Hello everybody and welcome to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin and Lisa Leyland. It's round 13 of the FI Motocross World Championship and this is the MXGP of Finland. And we're at a brand new circuit, the Kermiring. You say Kimmy Ring, I say Kermiring,
no,
tomatoes,
I say
tomatoes.
Kermiring, I told you that.
Okay, well, we're splitting hairs, it doesn't really matter, we're at the Kermiring. Anyway, coming up on today's show here on MXGPTV.com, we've got Julius Mikula coming in from MX2, Romain Febvre, the championship leader from MXGP, and five-time world champion Joel Smets, who's a team manager from Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. But before we catch up with our guests, Lisa Leyland, here we are. Some people had a couple of weekends off. We were at the Juniors last week.
We were.
How was it?
Oh, it was great. I really enjoyed the Juniors. I love seeing the kids, the next generation of the sport. It was a really nice weekend, wasn't it?
And it was a throwback to when we first started back, 17 years ago. No live on Saturday.
No, it was
a lot of walking around, a lot of mingling.
It was chilled, but everyone was super enthusiastic, weren't they? Everyone was really pumped to be there. So I really enjoyed the Juniors.
Proper family event.
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely.
Like the Waltons, wasn't it?
Absolutely, it was, yeah. There was enough Americans there anyway. Anyway, our next guest probably rode the 125 Junior World Championship not that long ago. Should we welcome him in?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Julius Mikula from TM CRD Motorsport. And it's his first time on the studio show. Bless him. We won't bite, don't worry.
Unless you ask.
Well, will you bite? Julius, good to see you. Here we are in Finland, round 13. Yeah, just touching on that 125 Junior World Championship. You rode it a few years ago when you were a bit younger?
Yeah,
Not much younger?
I rode it, I think, 3 times.
Yeah.
Last time in Romania, I think 2023.
Yeah.
So not so long ago.
Yeah. And obviously, in terms of you being in MX2 now, because you went from 125, you skipped the MX 250, you went straight into MX2 last year. It's your second year now. How are you finding it this time around?
It was much easier than the first year, actually, and I enjoy the time on the track a bit more, but still trying to improve much more than I am now, because still lacking some places on the track, so I want to improve them also. Well,
the last few years you've been riding KTM, but obviously new in 2025, you're TM Moto CRD Motorsport. I think that's all the right way around. They're an Italian team based in Italy. Have you had to move home? Are you living in Italy? Or are you still at home and then just flying to the races and catching up with the team? And if you are living in Italy, how is it?
I live first 3 months, I think. In the winter prep, I live in Italy pretty much whole time.
Yeah.
And now when it's the racing every weekend almost, I'm coming home. But now last weekend I was in Belgium preparing for the Sand race. So it depends how the race is gonna be, if it's gonna be on the hard pack or it's gonna be sand. That's what we do. Like especially now in Italy where my team is based, it's now like 40 degrees, so hot. The tracks are so dry, so it doesn't make sense to go there now. Yeah. So now for the hardpack, I'm training home, and for the sand, we went to Belgium.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Julius, you're currently 18th in the championship. Best weekend so far was in Koza, where you had 2 8th place finishes for 9th overall. Was that the highlight of your year, do you think?
Yeah, it was. I had so much fun in the mud, actually.
You're the only one.
I love when it's mud. I don't know why.
Really?
Ever since I was a kid, I just love mud. Like, we was on the races, and there were kids that were all like older than me, and they were giving me like 5 seconds, and I was just on the 50cc, so small and so slow actually. But then it started raining and it turns around, and I was one of the fastest. So
wow.
This one trainer that used to train me, he say every time it's raining, he know I'm gonna be good. So
yeah. And it was a good weekend.
So this is a good year for you, because we've had non-stop rain pretty much, haven't we?
Oh,
so
yeah,
you've been buzzing,
I really
haven't you?
like it. Every time we go for the race, I actually be like, please rain.
Yeah, really? You're probably the only one.
He's the one that does the rain dance. Rain tomorrow, rain tomorrow.
Well, actually, you've had 4 8th place finishes so far. Was that the goal from the start of your season, kind of like around the top 10?
Yeah, it's when I was first time in top 10, it was so good.
Yeah.
I was so happy. But then it happened 4 times. I was 8, and I was like, oh, come on, at least 7 be once. I want to break this 8 number.
Yeah.
You almost did it, actually, in the qualifying race in Latvia, in Kegums. Made a great start. We've got it here. You were running 5th, I think, for the first 3 or 4 laps. Eventually, you dropped down to 10th place. But when you're in that 5th place, how was it running up front? Did you feel that you could keep that pace? Was it just, I don't know, being up there and pushing a little harder than normal? Did the fitness kind of get you in the end, or was it just 1 or 2 mistakes?
I had quite not that good start actually, but people crash on the inside, and on the next corner they crash again on the inside, and every time I managed to be on the good line.
Place.
And I went to the 3rd corner and was like, "What? Why am I 4th?" I was like 15 on the 1st corner, so yeah. Then I had a little bit. Yeah, I think I a little bit make myself under pressure by this.
Yeah.
And just ride a little bit stiff first laps and didn't seem better lines.
But sometimes, but now you've been there, you know what it's like, you know to experience it again in the future. It makes it easier, doesn't it? The more you are there, the easier it becomes.
Yeah, definitely for this. When I do good start again, I know I can ride with them, and like I try to be. I try to stay there longer than I stayed last time. So.
Sure.
Okay, well, you got a race win and a podium a couple of years ago in your EMX 125 days, but you actually chose to skip the 250s and go straight to MX2. Why was that?
Because, to be honest, 2023 wasn't my year actually. I struggled on the bike and didn't have the speed. And we thought that before I'm staying 125 2023, the original plan was to go 250 European, but then they asked me with MGC to go for them, and that year wasn't so good. And after that year, we was like, we kind of lost 1 year, so we're gonna skip it right to the MX2. We go 6 times on the track on the weekend, so it's also longer time on the bike. That's why also we choose to go directly to MX2, because when you go EMX, you don't stay that long on the track. Yeah. And in 250 on the MX2, you stay much longer. And for me, it can be like half hour more experience per race, so
more time to set the bike and get used to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, just finally before we let you go, how is the pace in MX2? You know, obviously you've got some guys here, and then does it feel like there is another group that are similar, and then another group that are similar?
Yeah, they are. It depends. When I make a good start, I feel like I can go with them. Yeah. But obviously, I didn't go yet. So I will see how it goes. But I think I can stay there. Now, last trainings, I felt pretty fast. So I think when I make a good start here, I can stay there much longer than last time.
Okay. And is it only the starts, do you think, is going to make the biggest difference? To go with them, when you start with them, you think you'll be okay?
We will see.
Okay, well, look, Julius, we are out of time. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for talking to us. And yeah, great to have you in the studio for the first time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, Julius.
Good luck for the rest of the season. Well, our second guest is about to join us now, Romain Febvre. But before we do catch up with him, we're going to have a throwback to 2009, the MX3 Grand Prix of Finland at Vanta, where a certain Antti Pyronen and Romain's boss won the Grand Prix. Enjoy this.
Hi, my name is Antti Pyronen. I come from Finland, and here is my team. I race for Finnish team Finska Racing Honda, and I'm very happy to my bike and to my team. And today we start a GP here in Finland, so it's also very nice for me. Here is coming many fans and supporters and sponsors looking for the race, and I'm all excited. So let's race and make a good result. at the moment I'm third in the World Championship series, and I'm very happy. My season so far was very good. I did 24 motos, only one retirement. Some races was quite good. We had some bad luck and some crashes, but this year I won my first ever GP moto in Chile, which was great. And also in Slovenia I was second moto first, so that was for me like a dream come true already this year. And now we try to make my another dream come true to finish top 3 on the World Championship. So let's see.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Leyland. Round 13 of the FI Motocross World Championship at the Ring in Finland, the MXGP of Finland. Romain Febvre, MXGP World Championship leader, red plate holder, joins us now. Kawasaki Racing Team, MXGP. Good to see you, Romain. Your old boss, winning the GP in 2009. He's still got style, apparently, because you saw him ride recently-ish.
Yeah, I saw him, not recently, but like a few years ago, I think he just rode like this because somehow we have to ride with one bike. We had nobody, like no test rider or something, and he just ride a bit on the track with us. So it was the first time actually that I rode. I saw him in real to ride, and the style was still there.
Cool. Well, look, we've had a couple of weekends. Well, some people had a couple of weekends off. We were at the juniors last weekend in Romain. You did a race, I think, in Holland, in Heerde. How was that, apart from wet?
Yeah, last weekend, so it was in Heerde in Holland. Yeah, they organized an international, which was good, and the track actually is one of the best in Holland. So yeah, I was there, and morning was just perfect. Like time practice, the track was just on perfect condition. I was really riding with a smile, and then just the rain came after that. Till the evening. So actually we just did one moto. Yeah. They cancelled the second one, but yeah, it's how it is.
Yeah. Did you manage to take any time off after Matterley? Because obviously we'll talk about that in a moment. But knowing that there was a GP in 3 weeks' time, were you able to take just even a couple of days and spend with the girlfriend and the kid?
Yeah, we was in Spain. So the weekend after Matterley, because I just bought a place there last winter. So we was there like 3 days. So yeah, it's good. Definitely, it's really good to spend some time there. Also on the road condition. To practice physically there, also make something a little bit new and fresh. So yeah, we just enjoyed 3 days, and then we was back riding in Belgium.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're leading the MXGP Championship. The fight is between you and Lucas. How important was that win, Romain, in Matterley before the break to kind of claw back those points and extend that championship lead for you?
Yeah, it's for sure. Like now, let's say the main goal, if I want to open the gap between me and Lucas, it's to finish on front of him. So as he was really good in Matterley also, first moto, then yeah, I knew that I just need to be on the front of him. Winning, it's let's say the plus, like the cherry on the cake at the end of the weekend, but it's just to be on the front of him, that's the goal, to open the gap. So I will be happy even if I'm not winning the GP. If I'm on the front of him, that's let's say that's the goal, that's the solution. So yeah, like I said, just to win was I was happy about the win, because with the first moto I didn't thought it would be hard a little bit to fight for the victory, but with a much better start in the second one, then it changed the the result.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot of experience in the 450 class, and I guess in terms of being mentally strong, you're perhaps one of, if the most mentally strong riders out there. Would you say that? Would you say that you've got that mental strength and that has made a difference this year?
Yeah, maybe it's difficult always to compare one and the other, but yeah, for sure, team and Febvre, they are really strong as well. And Lucas, Lucas, it's like I say, it's a little bit before the season, and now we don't know so much. You know what I mean? Like we didn't know what to expect from him. Now, yeah, he's really good, but still, like every race, we don't know what to expect. You know, but yeah, that's how it is, and I'm not really focused on how he's gonna be. Just I try to be at my best level every weekend. So far, it's been really good till now, all the season. So I need to keep going like this, and like I said, just the goal is to be on the front of him.
Well, because you have won a World Championship before, and you're currently leading the championship now, do you feel that because you've been in that position in the past, you know how to manage things a little bit better? Do you think that is what is maybe going to make the difference come the end of the championship?
Hopefully,
yeah.
Hopefully, yeah, for sure. Experience, it's always good to take with me, especially battling for the championship. So that's a good help. But one more time, it's like now, if I have to compare myself, like not to compare, but just to see how I think the feeling is at the moment is just he proved already what he has to prove on a MXGP bike. So now it's just a bonus for him if he wins GPs and the championship. So I'm sure that he's gonna try everything to beat me and to be on the front of me. So I still have to, in a way, with the experience, I need to keep it clean and good, but at the same time, I have also to attack myself to be on the front of him, because I know that he has nothing to lose, and I know a little bit him, and I know that he's young and he will try everything. So even
you were that person once in 2015.
Yeah, sure. And I know that feeling, like when you have nothing to lose anymore, and you are in a good position, and he's riding good on every circuit at the moment. So for sure he's gonna try, and for sure he's not scared as me to crash. So yeah, when you are young, it's like this. Yeah. So yeah, I have to stay sharp till the end.
Okay. Well, 5 race wins, 4 GP wins, 11 podiums for you, including 10 in a row. One of those was at home in Ernée, and your last GP victory at home, I think, was in 2016. So how nice, how good, and how big, I guess, was that victory for you this year at home?
Yeah, yeah, it's always really good, like, and even more, let's say, I would say in Ernée than Saint-Jean, because Ernée, like just the track with the public so close,
so nice.
And actually this year we had really like beautiful weather, and it, like you see on the video, was just full of public, and yeah, that's the best feeling, honestly, to win there. Like, when I was riding and I just crossed the finish line, I didn't care that I win against him. I was so happy to win, you know, finally on the front of the public, and to celebrate. I was just yeah, so happy, and it feels so good. Yes.
And obviously, before we've got 8 rounds to go in the season. Which race or GP or which tracks are you looking forward to the most?
Yeah, the sand, like Lommel, Arnhem, yeah, Arnhem as well. That's the track that physically it's really tough. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them. Also, Loket is a track that somehow it's not my favorite, but I can ride good. It's those slicky conditions. Yeah, so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them, and then yeah, at the end also it will be hard, like in China, Australia, the weather I think we're gonna face, it's gonna be hard for everybody, so yeah, we see.
All right, well, look, Romain, we are out of time, but you seem very relaxed. Good to see it, and enjoy this weekend and the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Romain.
Right, our final guest is getting ready to join us, Joel Smets, but before we catch up with him, here's a little snippet from Behind the Gate, episode 12, Hail to the Kings, and we're featuring Oriol Oliver. Enjoy.
In MX2, one rider that I think we need to sort of give credit to is Oriol Oliver. Of course, he started with BTS KTM at the start of the year. By round 3, it was apparent that there was something not right with that team. He didn't go to Sardinia round 4. When we saw him again in round 5 in Trentino, Sean Simpson of Gabriel SS24 KTM decided, even though he's an EMX 250 team, he would step up and say, we'll go to the European races for you just to keep your hand in. And what a turnaround for him. In Erne, he just missed the podium by a point. And I think we're seeing him ride to his full potential, maybe just under his full potential. I think there's still more to come. I certainly think we might see a podium from the Spaniard. And what an achievement that would be for him, for Sean Simpson, a team that wasn't going MX2 racing earlier on this season, but has been not forced, but he's decided to take that route because the truck is going to the majority of those races anyway, so let's stick another bike in there.
I was in the same team about 3 years, and I was trying to get better, but it was not really the case. I maintained the level. It was not a bad level. I was there, but I was not getting better at all. And so it was nice that this changed. I realized that was for a good reason at the end. And I see that now I have a bike that has potential. It's not a factory bike, but it's a semi-factory. And the bike is good, and I feel good with the environment, the team, and it's been. I have been doing good steps in the right direction. So I wanted to keep like this now, and try to get the most, the most top possible. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the final part of our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com with me, Paul Malin, and Lisa Lehnen. Joel Smets joins us now, team manager, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, 5-time world champion, of course. Good to see you, Joel. Welcome back to Finland. It's been a couple of years. I guess we need to cut straight to the chase, don't we? Jeffrey Hurlings. What's the latest? And not the news that we kind of wanted a couple of weeks ago, another collarbone injury, but where is he at? Obviously, he's not here, and we don't know when he's going to return, unless you have some other information for us.
No, we also don't know. We will monitor on a daily basis. As you probably all know, at the end he didn't have surgery at the beginning, and the reason is quite simple. At the beginning, the piece of bone had changed position. Let's say the little piece of bone that was broken off. He has a plate on the collarbone. If they had to repair it, they had to take that plate off and put another. Was a little bit of a difficult, was going to be a difficult surgery, but luckily, actually, the day after when he was meant to go for the surgery, the piece of bone had gone into place again. So there was quite a lot of contact on that little piece of bone with the rest of the collarbone. So then a few surgeons looked at it and they said, like, okay, this is going to heal quicker than when we do the surgery. So that's actually the actual situation. So, but now, we have to see how. Usually, okay, we all know that Jeffrey breaks something rather quickly, let's say, but also heals quite. He always healed quite quick. So we all take it day after day. Yeah.
Well, no one is more frustrated than him. But how did this actually impact the team? How was the team feeling when it happened at the incident?
Yeah, you go from the moon to the hell, from heaven to hell, because we were all actually waiting for his return, and to be honest, actually, I personally myself, I was believing and hoping that he could maybe even make bigger steps, but maybe he played it smart, let's say. So at the end, I said, like, well, he did quite good with taking his time to come back and gain confidence and stuff, and exactly in order to try to avoid other injuries, let's say. So we can only say, I have to say, he did it the smart way, and we were of course happy that we were in the winning circle again. And so you can imagine, okay, the day it happened, I was there, and you kind of feel like, wow, shit, been there, done that. but it doesn't make it easier. It's like, yeah, you feel really disappointed, of course. You feel sad.
Yeah, and that's what I guess makes it so frustrating, because before the injury, he was up to 6th in the standings, back-to-back GP victories, Germany, Latvia. So it did seem, Joel, that he was coming back to his normal self, didn't it?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was.
It took a while, but once he got the confidence back, and we worked on we took his time off a little bit, or when he was still not 100%, we worked on his starts and stuff like that, and yeah, that also gave him a little bit of extra confidence, and it kind of snowballed, and bam, then suddenly he was up there fighting for wins every moto again. So yeah, that's not an easy one to swallow.
I know, I mean, the old Jeffrey would have had surgery, but you've explained the reasons behind that. And watching various posts, and I think one from him or something from KTM, I'm not sure, but it was like around 4 to 6 weeks he's aiming for. Does that make Lommel a possibility, or is it literally just we go day by day, and if it is Lommel, great, and if it's not, then it's...
I don't want to predict anything. Of course, for us as a team, it would be nice. We all remember Jeffrey's race last year in Lommel, and we've seen him ride in the sand many times in the past. So yeah. I think for the motocross community in general, and specifically for us as a team, yeah, it would be really cool to have him in Lommel. But you can't force these things, and we have to sit back, relax, and hope it works. But also not hope too much, because then you're disappointed again too much. So yeah, we'll again. Sorry, I have to say we're gonna take it day by day.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Let's move on to MX2. Andrea Adamo. On paper, I guess it looks like he's had more race wins than ever, more GP victories this season than ever. But I guess the last 4 races have cost him a lot of points.
Yeah.
He's still second in the championship, we might add.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has lost points.
Why is that, for starters, and how can he bounce back from this? Will he bounce back from this?
Yeah, being many points behind has at the same time something positive and something negative. Of course, the negative thing is that you have a lot of points to catch up.
And we're running out of time.
Yes, but on the other hand, there's also not much to lose anymore. Yeah. The only choice you have is go there and go wide open and really fight as hard as you can. There is no calculation involved. There is not much of a strategy involved anymore. It's go there and try to start taking points back. So.
How has he been the last couple of weeks? I guess you've been with him on a regular basis riding. Have you any reason to doubt him at this stage? Like,
no,
that he's not in the best place? Because last year he was kind of in a difficult place all year long, the mental side. But this year he seems to have found his 2022 World Championship.
Yeah, 2023.
Sorry, yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah, he had a hard time, not so much with defending his championship last year, but with adapting to the new parts we had on the bike. So, and that undermined his confidence and yeah, kept him from making the results that he should have been making. But yeah, we managed to adapt the bike to his wishes much more, and this brought him back up to, I think, to where he belongs, which is fighting for the championship. Yeah, he has made a few little mistakes, like which actually consistency had been his stronger point. Of course, we started the season off with, unfortunately, with a mechanical problem in, so that had set him back a little bit. But then already at that stage, he was a little bit. The mindset was a little bit of like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is the way it is. Let's go for it and catch up these points. But then suddenly, he was leading the championship again. And then somehow that calculation got into the head again a little bit, and more, just not spontaneous again enough, and then making those small minor mistakes, but a few too many, which made him lose too many points. But I still feel him quite strong.
Cool. We've got about 30 seconds left. Are you surprised at the consistency of Simon Langenfelder? And what about Kai de Wolf? Obviously, defending champion. He's third, like 70 points down or something. Are you surprised by his up and down season? Or is it a case of it's harder to defend the championship than it is to win it, in his case?
In general, it is harder to defend than win it. But in Kai's case, I think he still has the speed. But yeah, he a little bit like Andrea lately a few mistakes too many, and already last year he made quite several mistakes, but there was nobody really kicking his ass at that stage. So I think he's still good there, and I'm also not surprised by the consistency of Simon. He's just a very good rider, and he's grown a year older, more experience, and no surprises for me.
Good old German technology.
Yes.
Always reliable.
Deutsche Gründlichkeit heißt es.
Well, look, Joel, we are out of time. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Before we go, though, just worth mentioning that coming up on our studio, on our live broadcast today, we are live with Time Practice, MX2, MXGP, of course, and then we've got the qualifying races. The qualifying races to come on 125, 250 as well. So that's it. We're out of time. We will take a week off, and then we'll return in a couple of weeks from now at Czech Republic at Lockett, where myself, Lisa, and a new bunch of guests will join us in the studio area. So enjoy your weekend this weekend, and we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
So this victim is leaving.